Go live. All right. Well, let's see. There we go. Okay, we are live and not a minute late.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
half the
It's been a.
podcast, not a minute late.
That's right. Everyone else is late.
We only had 6 months to prepare for this.
I'm sure everyone's trying to buy Winter Blade Co. Factor right now. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that sounds exactly like what Brian is doing. Actually, you know
I'm
what?
sure
Brian
that's not
might
what
actually appreciate one of those.
he definitely will. But I'm talking about the actual people who are listening to this.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go do that first. And if you're listening to this
Hmm.
after the fact, hopefully you got one. They're really neat.
Yeah. Are there actual people in the live stream now?
We have 0 people in the live stream. We're really,
See
this
there.
is the
That's
triumphant comeback. Oh wait, no. At least someone has said something in the chats. There's at least one person in here.
yeah. I don't expect people to start showing up until at least after those sell out.
Oh my god. I believe we are.
Oh,
Jake is
Oh my
back.
god.
Everybody,
This is shocking.
Jake is here.
And of course with a lot of machine noise in the background as usual.
Is that a mill behind you? It looks very knife makery back there.
He's had that mill forever.
well, the noise is just the.
It's
air
definitely
level.
not the
Let's
mill.
See if I can.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't. It also wouldn't be Jake without noise. And people have had quite a break from it, so I feel like you need to amp it up. Where's the kids? Get them to jump around upstairs.
They're up there. The kids are up there, and frankly, it's been so long, and they're growing so quickly that they might actually just be quiet.
Oh my god.
Gotta get my air conditioner off. Hang on a sec.
Brian, don't do it. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah. I'm sweltering right now.
I know. I'm
It's
already.
like, I wish I had
saying,
a-
fuck. Here we go.
I wish I could put a thermometer like
Your butt.
in the frame because it's like 65 degrees down here in the basement. It's just lovely.
This is
I might
what we came
suck
back
on.
from. 6 month
It's like-
hiatus to talk about the weather.
It's probably like it's a very moist like high 80 something in this room right now.
Okay, power
Yeah,
through.
you're on the highest floor in your house, and I'm underground basically.
Yeah, exactly.
No, halfway underground at least.
Correct. Yeah, so this is our first foray into podcastery in quite some time.
I think you should
I'm
do the
gonna
intro.
Yeah,
Yeah, is this
I'm
going
gonna do
already?
the.
This isn't going yet, is it?
Yeah,
No,
we're
it's
live,
going.
bro.
We're already live.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Shit.
but I figured I'd get a preamble out before I did my my enthusiastic intro, if that makes any sense.
Fair.
As a lot of I just wanted to thank everyone for the support they've shown me personally through this crazy 2 months, and I'm gonna try very hard to not get emotional about stuff during
Listen,
this
dude,
podcast.
if you make me cry
Yeah.
on this live shit,
I know.
I'm done.
I know. Well, I am making no promises. So, between the loss of Hector and my good friend Elijah, this has been a pretty rough couple of months, and I feel very lucky to have friends in this community, you guys, and my family who have really supported me. So I really appreciate it. And we'll talk more about Elijah, just in general and his legacy. But I just wanted to get that out there from my personal feelings before we welcome you to another episode of the Knife Nuts podcast. So here we go.
We're back.
Pre Blade Show, we're back. Yes.
It's
Oh
only
my
been.
god, I'm so fucking warm.
Here's here's the good thing.
and I've already cursed.
The people who listen afterwards, they'll never know how sweaty you are.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah, the old school non-YouTube people.
So here we go. It's now, as it sits, it's today. This is live, so people can watch this, but we're a few days away from Blade Show. And there's definitely some new weirdness coming out of the knife community. Dave, Jake, Brian, I shared some posts with you yesterday, and I feel like every year we say we've jumped the shark, but
Oh no.
I feel like this time we've jumped the daddy shark, mommy shark, baby shark, grandpa shark, whatever. Because we now have a knife from We Knives that has a combination lock on it.
From a distance, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just some gold embellishments on the back. They really did this.
I have a feeling that they Google searched the word lock and a bunch of images came up of different types of locks. So this is the first one they went with.
Man, what the fuck?
It is truly, for people not listening, go to We Knives, or not watching, go to We Knives Instagram. They have a knife that literally has like a combination lock that would be on your locker or like on a shed where you spin the numbers to unlock it.
It looks like a dollar store pad, like padlock
briefcase.
with the combo. Yeah, a briefcase, exactly.
lock.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Way off.
What if you lose the combination? The little sticker that's attached with that always fades and like wears off, and then you're screwed. You can't open your
No,
knife ever
you
again.
you have to send it in for service.
Oh yeah. Over to the,
So-
to the We Knife factory.
So
Good luck with that.
here's the thing. I can appreciate the idea of wanting to have a safety on your knife or whatever. I think this is going a little too far. Like, if it comes to a point where you're carelessly leaving knives out, like on a regular basis, for people who are not supposed to have knives, and you have to have a knife with a combination lock on it,
I need a video of this. I need someone to handle it at Blade.
I'm going. It's gonna happen.
Here's the thing, though. With all of the gravity knives being released recently from Chinese companies, I think we can't complain when one wants to make one that actually stays closed.
Fair enough. Because
Who makes that other one?
it's Riot. Oh wait, no, no.
new
I'm sorry.
one.
The new one is it's our favorite. You know who it is. I don't even need to tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, you just started typing it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Artisan Cutlery. You know, God love them. You
The one
know,
with the spring assisted. Yeah.
the one that looks
It's
like an
automatic
OTF.
retract and
all I can
manual
say is
open.
if I'm talking directly to that knife, I'm like, what was God thinking when He made you so goddamn thick? Why is it so thick? That's
Because
a
they need
thick
to
boy.
fit like 3 different mechanisms inside it. They need to fit the spring to make it retract, and then whatever bullshit makes it go forward. That isn't the
It's
same
like-
mechanism that makes it retract.
I don't understand. And I was talking about this with Brian before we started. Brian, we were just saying, like, you have to like cock the thing to open it. It doesn't make any sense.
None of it makes
But
any
it's
sense.
real easy to close though. So
Yeah, it's very easy to close. That's true.
got that going.
Could they
Yeah.
not just like contract someone in the U.S. to assemble like an OTF that they machine the parts for, so that we don't have to have these insane workarounds?
Yeah, roundabout way of skirting legal import laws.
I mean, there's already enough sketchy companies that are made in USA OTFs out there that couldn't they just find another one to do this, to just legally import them?
Wait, so you can thwack it open too.
Yeah, it's all of the
Then
most
what does
illegal knives
what
put
does the
together.
cocking do then?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does that? Why does it need to be cocked?
Oh shit! Someone said it looks like a harmonica. That is so true.
It does look like a harmonica.
Yeah. Now why is there not a
Now,
harmonica
if it,
built
yeah,
in on 89?
that's what exactly, Jake. Like, they went this far, they might as well have thrown an actual harmonica into it.
Between that and the combination lock, I mean a harmonica is not far fetched at all.
Might as well come with like, I don't know, like a bag of peanuts or something to sit on a porch.
Hey man,
Just
never Lion Steel put that
sit there with
NFC
your-
chip
That's
in,
true.
in the knife. The least they can do is give us a harmonica.
All right.
Yeah, this is
Well,
bad.
that's some weird stuff.
I
Those
mean,
are the two weirdest mainstream items I've seen.
it's Riot started this with EXO. They deserve all the blame for this.
And I'm tired of talking about the EXO. They have a special edition version of that available at Blade Show. It's got like Strider knives striping on it and like a Tanto blade.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
There it is right there.
That's not good.
Oh, I
That
forgot.
one I still have.
Riot also has a knife debuting, and it looks like they pulled it straight out of 2012.
Where
we gotta find it.
Do you know the name of it?
Go to Crane's production. I think he was showing videos of stuff that he wasn't supposed to be.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There it is.
Wait, which one? This.
Which one?
Oh my
That
god.
looks like a.
What year is it?
Carson's.
What year is this? Yeah. Yeah, that's
This looks like all the District 9 knives that Reich made that were unbranded back in the day. This looks like it would fit right in.
yes. I think I would take this over the other two though.
Someone needs to, like, 360 windmill slam dunk this shit in the trash can.
It's pretty bad.
I need to Karl Malone in the dunk contest. This thing right into a dumpster.
Brian, get your boy David on the horn and give him some lessons.
What? I have a hard enough time contacting him.
That's right.
Talking about this.
He's probably got a fence outside of his apartment right now. Poor guy. I don't know how he's running Riyadh.
Yeah. These are questionable.
You know what? Yeah, no, I've run out of creative things to say. I don't know who designed this. This is bad.
I wanted to show you guys these three as a warm-up for the episode and stuff like that, to get you guys in the right frame of mind for doing an episode again. You know, I feel like that does the job, and I know exactly where Dave is going now.
You want to get us in the mood?
Yeah, it's here.
I love how it's made out of copper so that it's extra heavy when it sits on shelves forever.
So for the people that won't actually see us later, zero tolerance. You know, the heavy duty, high end, rugged, built tough, built like a tank, quote unquote.
Experience it.
They want you to experience the tiniest knife in the world that they've had in their catalog, and their big innovation that they're bringing to Blade Show is that it will have a copper scale.
And the best part is that they hadn't really, they hyped this thing up. Like
they hyped it up.
They
did like a whole like
amazing.
They did like a sizzle reel, like a Disney Marvel teaser for the trailer sort of situation.
Worse than that, they sent an email announcing that they were going to be announcing it.
Right.
2 emails to hype this thing up. Honestly, I feel bad for their social media guy. The comments are vicious.
The dude handled it so well. It's got to be a different guy.
There's no way. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get like 3 different emails just for this 1-minute segment that we've done on this piece of shit. But
seriously, hats off to Zero Tolerance's social media guy, because they
can't pay him enough.
No, he took that in stride. And
this is what they rehired Tim Gallion for. That's all I got to say. Tim Gallion came back for this.
Yeah, this is odd behavior. I don't understand it. Meanwhile, I bought a Kershaw the other day that I actually like, and people are like mad because it's got like a level of finish associated with a Kershaw, but built slightly better because it has a titanium frame and stuff like that. So Smoky Mountain Knife Works released a there it is, a titanium frame lock version of the Highball. And as far as I can tell, this is the first time there has been a titanium frame lock Kershaw since
many moons.
Since the Ruby is what I put that in the comments. Yeah, the 4040 Ruby, which I still have. Yeah,
that was a nice knife, but that was a long time ago.
People are texting me about this saying, "Well, the grinds aren't perfectly even and the edge sucks." I was like, "It's a Kershaw." Like, I don't know. It's $137, which I agree is pricey, but it's nice. I don't think it's that bad for the money, to be honest with you. I've been using it and carrying it. I actually like it.
I mean, I like the design. I would maybe buy it.
Yeah.
Brian, I like your well-placed SMKW hat.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice.
I can't believe you didn't mention the 0350 Levon that popped up first. I guess, what was that, an email that came from them?
That's true.
One of our original knives. That was like second or third
There's still
that each of us bought.
I feel like we bring this up often about the Zero Tolerance 0350 and how they have the gall to actually still sling that knife at the price they do. So when you compare it to this at $130, and they're still, I think the 0350 is still is over $200. I mean, granted, this one is made in China, and the other one is built tough in the USA. I think this is arguably a better, a more interesting, more useful knife.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have this thing at this point. I mean, just who hasn't bought a 0350?
Yeah. I can't. Brian, it's a spring-assisted, like, big, chunky, steel-linered, recurved blade. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't imagine who it's for in the year 2022.
It's a Ken Onion design, which is how you know it's quite old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. That's funny.
Wonder what
Because
year-
I was at a
when
I
it
was at a
was
party
at first.
yesterday, and a guy pulled one of those out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. They think they're, like, hot shit with this knife. I know I did when I bought mine in 2011.
I had the Tiger Stripe version. Oh, let's see.
I had the Tiger Stripe, half serrated. Cheers.
Those were dark days.
I had two. I have two. I still have them, actually. I never got rid of them.
I had the composite blade one. I need to check what the composite was, because at the time it felt like it was the most amazing thing to ever happen. I'm pretty
still
sure it was
think
just
those are-
LMAX.
Those
Yeah.
are pretty cool, I will say. When Kershaw does those composite blades with that copper seam,
Yeah,
I
that
do.
one-
I still. I mean, well, obviously, we're never going to see the likes of that out of ZT ever again. We'll see a copper scale, but not any sort of composite
Yeah,
blade.
the composite blades are very over.
Yeah.
Those days are behind us.
I also had the orange one, which was like Blade HQ exclusive.
Oh yeah,
2009.
back in the
Yeah.
day.
Alright, sorry. I had
Yes.
to know when the 0350 was released in 09.
09.
It must have been around then, because maybe it was 2010 that I got it.
Wait, I think this is the 5-year anniversary podcast,
Yes.
because we kind of missed it in April, but
This is not the extravaganza that I wanted to produce, but I still have plans to do something like that. And I do have a knife to give away. I just forgot what it was. Oh my god, I remember what it is. So,
I think we have a lot of knives we need to give away.
yes, I do have a lot of knives to give away.
But yeah,
We'll give one away on this show.
what else has been going on? There's a lot of stuff here.
Lots of stuff. And I'm sort of planning. I'm not planning on buying a lot of stuff at Blade Show. If anything, probably nothing. But I am bringing some cool knives with me so that people can check them out and stuff like that. And one of them is one in my second to last post there, and the one after that.
I've seen this one on AliExpress. It's Reich makes it, and
Reich builds
it
it,
seems to have
and
no
the design-
hardware.
I bought it directly from the designer.
I like
But
it.
and I have to say I ordered it a month and a half ago too. So, but that's beside the point. Things take a long time to get here. It is incredibly impressive. So it requires no tools to disassemble. I just got it today, so I haven't had a chance to fiddle with it. I know Tygaus on Instagram. I think he has a video of him doing a disassembly. I have a link to his account there. So funny thing, and I thought this was kind of genius. It doesn't require any tools to disassemble. However, it comes in a steel box that you need to unscrew. It has 4 screws in it that you have to remove to get to the knife.
That is ridiculous.
It's kind of awesome. And
We should say this is, what is this even called? The Cyber Tricks?
Cybertrix.
Made by whoever or someone? Designed by
it's
someone?
King Freeman X. You see him right there. Click on his...
Yes, King Freeman X.
Yes, he's the King Freeman. Click on that. And he actually has a brand name now. And his designs are pretty darn good.
What is happening here?
I mean, are you disappointed?
I don't know what emotion I'm experiencing.
Keep going.
No, I encourage you guys to go to his Instagram
I
if you
don't-
are not watching live.
I don't think that was an image of him either, which is Also
okay.
funny.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yes.
It's neat. Is it just like the parts they're like beveled and dovetailed and they just kind of like slide together?
Yes. Yes. I know there's a video of it being disassembled somewhere. I just can't remember off the top of my
I'm sure
head.
on YouTube. So it's like Snacks with the IFS
Yeah.
20 that he did.
Yes. Yes. And these are around $400. It's every you get every penny in there. It's very well worth it. It's beautifully finished. The blade has this fine stone wash, but it has a compound grind and everything is just so crisp. It's really, really, really nice.
Yeah, 'cause the greatest knife maker to ever do it made it.
Right, sure.
Richard Wu.
So you see how they're going to start being branded Reich now. I think they're just going to sell them as Reichs here in the United States.
They're going to be branded right now?
Reich now. Reich now.
That's what I heard too.
This is what people waited 6 months for, that level of humor.
Right.
I wish I had a screenshot of Reich knives. I don't know if it's like also Richard Wu's personal Instagram, but he like had a story where it was just him like posing shirtless, just flexing to the camera. No explanation. None whatsoever.
I just love that he's like a secret American. Like he
wears camo pants everywhere.
Camo pants, drives a Jeep. Like it's very funny to me. But this knife is very, very cool. That's my point. You know, come see me at Blade Show and I'll have this one. And if you go back to my account, you'll see another knife that will be with me. So
fucking Batman shit.
Hold up.
Wild.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Easily one of the nicest production knives I've handled in a really long time. Like, how did they do this?
I mean, the grind is absolutely insane.
It's amazing.
You talk so much shit when Critchley got his.
Yes.
You shouldn't even be allowed to own one of them.
No, I did because the way I talk shit was like, look at it. It looks crazy. And his was a custom. And he also paid an exorbitant amount of money for his because it was a custom. This is a production knife, Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake.
Yeah, it was your mistake. I'm glad you've owned up to that. And I've actually... the reason I was so interested in this is it is basically a one-to-one version of the Red Queen, is what it's called, by a Chinese maker named Zhangyi Li. Virtually unknown. I do believe he is affiliated with the Midnight Cat Studios.
Naturally.
Yes, as you know.
This one is worth Googling if you're listening after the fact and not watching live. It is...
Yes.
Imagine a batarang that someone made fold. That's probably the best way to describe it.
I would say it's more intricate than that. It is... The Max Ace Dragon is what it's called. It just
doesn't work in relatively low quality video. I think we need like high res, macro shots of it.
Well, Metal Complex will have a video of it too. I know he got one as well.
Looks fun.
Yeah, hopefully the lock bar doesn't crack. My last experience with Max Ace. But no, I generally like their stuff. It's usually well made. Minus that incident.
This feels like a different knife than any other Max Ace I've ever had.
I mean, it's pretty wild.
And generally speaking, I've been very impressed with Max Ace. Well, the design language
is very familiar in the whole lock bar area, and the pivot, the way it's right on the border of being too close to the edge. It looks familiar.
It's quite good.
I don't want one. If they gave us one for free, I would not. I don't think I would take it. It is not for me. It's the most polite way I could say that.
Well, look, it's definitely not for everyone. Come on now. But for someone who has a shit ton of knives and is looking for a new thrill, yeah. Let me tell you,
is devoid of meaning and needs some small glimpse of happiness.
Yeah,
okay,
that's me.
That got too real.
That's me.
It doesn't make sense until you handle it, obviously.
That's me.
We wouldn't be talking about it.
It has a Timascus pivot collar. I mean, that's fancy.
Okay.
And the it comes in an impact case. The whole presentation of this thing is completely different than any other Max Ace I've ever had.
How much are they asking for it?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Let me see if I can find it. Also, in the meantime, apparently the
I don't think they're
Winter Blade
available at
co-drop
retail yet.
was very
Successful.
crazy. Apparently, well, not successful for the people in the chat, apparently.
Well, let me tell you guys this right now. If you didn't get one on this round, there will be more very soon.
Okay. Well, people seem to think it is in money. Absolutely the fuck not at $600. You got to be fucking kidding.
Let me tell you right now that's actually less than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, the grind is insane. Granted. But I still
I'm telling you, it is bonkers in person.
All right. Maybe
it is a very finely made item.
Maybe this is the S2000 Club Racer of knives. Completely unappreciated, overpriced in its time, and maybe someone will like it in 20 years. I don't know.
We know someone with a American Club Racer.
Oh, they did well for themselves.
He did the most amazing thing, at least in our group of friends. He kept it.
That's true.
I assume this is machine ground, and they just have some crazy jigs to do that, to hold the blade. I don't know.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. It could be robotic, but
it's very fine.
I really don't know.
Like, and it's not. If they did it by machine, it's the good stuff. Let's just put it that way. They use the good stuff on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. It's a lot. Not for me.
That one has a different backspacer. Can you scroll down?
I can. Yeah.
That's because that's how the custom is. The custom has the Lee Lerman like posts, and that's a custom. I think that's a prototype.
That would make sense. This is not for sale, so is out of stock or whatever. So
yeah, and I think people are confused at what AliExpress actually is. You know, because people are like, this is on AliExpress. It's probably a fake of something. Not necessarily. Like, everyone, you know, people in Europe and Asia use AliExpress as an Amazon sort of situation.
Yeah.
So you can have a store on AliExpress and sell your wares. It's easier to get shipping and exposure through something like this.
I mean, Max Ace Store is on here. And this is direct from them.
People just don't. People cannot wrap their heads around the fact that there are official stores on AliExpress.
Brian, I know you were looking for.
I bought a guitar from AliExpress not long ago.
Jay.
Very risky.
Brian, I know you were looking for new inlay materials for your knives because we've run out of things. What say you about this one?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It looks like they melted down a bunch of Keith Haring paintings and turned it into a material.
This is it's a Max Ace Halictus with some. I don't know what this is. It's I don't know. Is it? Oh, it's G10.
I have one of those knives, but without that horrible.
Oh, without the horrific G10.
Yeah. That's yours. I think it's your knife.
Okay, well, please don't give me this one if they send it to you.
No, it has. I think it just has carbon fiber. The one that
I think they saw the Hogue G-Mascus shit that they've been making for years and decided that they needed to one-up it in terms of ugliness. Ugly layer G10.
I feel like you could make that work.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. No. You could. I just think it doesn't look good taped to the side of a knife. It's got to have like some sort of dimension to it. It doesn't have any.
It looks like if you like cut a slice of a brain, like a flat slice of a brain. That's probably
like an MRI.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not feeling this one, dog.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You're right. It's not very good. I like the colors.
This ain't it, Chief.
Fine.
Oh,
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, the
but that's definitely a thing. Before we get into more Blade Show stuff, I wanted to ask Brian for an update on everything that's happening.
Yeah. Also, the chat really wants to know because a lot of people have asked about the Apex.
Oh, there you go.
The Apex, I have to call in to Riot, waiting for them to respond back to find out where they are. They're supposed to have shipped the 20th of May. And then they get a certain amount of days leeway for shipping. So they should either be on the way or shortly on the way. Normally, when Dave doesn't respond to me, where are they? It's because he's in the mad dash of getting them completed and sent out. He wants to come back and go, oh, they're already on the way, So I'm expecting, I would think by the time I get back from Blade Show that they should be rolling in, or I'll definitely have an answer on when they will be. So it's not going to be long now. It's, right around
They're
the
not
corner.
getting held up at all with the shit going on in China? I mean, they're not in Beijing, so I guess they're fine.
I
Who knows?
really don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't
who
know.
knows?
I mean, when he shipped, what was the last one? The
Mini
the
Tempest.
The Mini Tempest.
I don't even know anymore. The Mini Tempest. Obviously, that was way late and everything, but when he did go to ship them, they got here quick. So
That's good.
that wasn't too long ago. That was a month ago or a month and a half
Right.
ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Yeah, I just got everybody their extra hardware kits.
Okay, so things are still happening at Riot.
Oh yeah, and definitely things are still happening. And I'll give an update to the Ivan B. Arcona the Nettle that we did a pre-order for. Ivan and I. Those are expected by midsummer. I know he said the production was going good. He had a that's my Hector's feet there. Yeah, so the carbon fiber versions of these are on their, they're getting produced now. Congruently, he had a fixed blade version going at the same time, and those just finished up. So I think these are next on the docket for assembly, at least. Interesting little tidbit. These should have a purple backspacer now. So it's something that we added late in the game just to give it a little more flair.
Ooh, a little knife nuts flare there.
A little knife nuts flair. Yeah. So everybody who got, I think I took 20 deposits on these, and they're going to be limited at 50. So the next email you get, if you get an email about this, it will be to pay the rest of the deposit on your knife, because it is incoming. So if you're not going to hear anything else in between, because I talk to Ivan very sporadically since he's in the Ukraine.
I assume he's doing okay.
He's doing okay. He's doing
Okay.
okay. All things considered,
Yeah.
where he is, it says it's not getting better, but he's surviving.
Glad to hear.
And before I get questions about how they're going to be shipped to me, they're going to be shipped to me from the manufacturer in China, not from the Ukraine or Russia. So that's how I'm able to do this. Other than that, I can't get anything else from Russia, so that's. I had plans to bring in the other crystal knives, which are also Ivan designs, and that's a no-go for now. So maybe eventually, at some point, we can get them back. But
Yeah,
Not
what
now.
do you just use whatever back channel Shirogorov is clearly using to get their stuff into the U.S.
that's true.
You think Alexei and or I can't remember who runs it. Sergey? You think they're going to
Yeah.
be at Blade?
I doubt it.
Doubt it. Yeah.
Doubt it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the update on stuff that's incoming. Brian just did had a very successful pre-order for the high end versions of the Mini Evo, which is not that mini. It's 3.5 inches, so it's the size of the Mini Typhoon.
Right.
Right?
It's the mini version of the large one. So.
Right. Makes sense to me. But it's not the micro version of the large one.
No.
So is the
It's-
micro version a micro of the mini or a micro of the large one?
What do you want it to be?
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, you're going to have to
Exactly.
make a diagram on the website with the different sizes.
Yeah, so trying some different stuff with this from a retail perspective, Brian. I think it was a good move, huh?
Yeah, made some changes. I think it's going to work out well for everybody in the long run.
So what are the changes for those who don't know?
Well, first off, I'm not offering what you can get from the dealers, because that causes issues. Like, for example, with the Tempest, I had knives come in. I had to ship out to dealers. Meanwhile, I was missing knives, so dealers were getting knives and selling knives when certain guys still didn't even get their knives in hand yet. So I wanted to make sure that what the dealers were getting were different from what I'm getting. So that way you can't get this anywhere but here. So what happened is I had a lot of guys cancel out and go, well, I'm canceling and I'm going to get one from a different one from a dealer. So, and that's good on the dealer's end too, because now the dealers, you can't get them from me. So it works out for everybody with that.
Yeah. It also takes some, slack off of you from terms of shipping, because in terms
I
of
was getting
quantity,
tired of it's nice to be able to sell that many knives, but to ship out 500 plus knives yourself it's a pain in the ass. It's not it's not easy. It's keeping track of it all, and guys changing, and I changed my address 6 times. Especially the Tempest, because it was so far. It was almost a year.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's people that moved more than one time. It was ridiculous. So it's hard to keep up with all that stuff. So for this run, I didn't do you can pay in full. That way, I did just a deposit. That way, when you get the balance invoice later, you'll put your new address on there, so I don't have to worry about keeping
sift
track
through,
of addresses and all that stuff. And as much as you try to keep track of it, I'm getting DMs at 3:00 in the morning. I changed my address. I'm now living, Wichita, Kansas, or whatever the fuck it is. And if I don't stop, once you read a DM, you have to go put it in the computer and change it, because it goes down the list by morning. I can't find that. I don't know where the hell that is. So it's hard to keep track of all that shit. I mean, Levon, he ships out 50 of them, and he calls me freaking out. Oh,
it's true.
I'm like, 50? I'm like, give me a fucking break. I can do that with my eyes closed.
Look, I don't have children workers that can help you.
People help me. They made boxes. That's all they did for me, to make boxes. I can't trust anybody to do anything else.
Knife Nuts Podcast has never violated knowingly any child labor laws. I'm just going to say that.
That's true.
Allegedly, or something.
That's true. Yeah, I had a thought, and I can't remember what it was.
I want to see the rest of the stuff. Brian, it seems like you're making a lot of daggers for Blade.
I don't know if 9 is a lot, but, I mean...
They're beautiful. I think they are gorgeous. Every time you think you've seen the dagger already, he comes around and does something just absolutely awesome to them. Just to give them new life. Like, look at these things.
I really wanted to do some totally new stuff. I just... Between the Tempest last month and the Apex is coming in, but I've been dealing with emails about that every day, and dealing with this new run, and then Blade coming up and a Texas show. It just got too much for me. So it is what it is.
We were talking earlier, and my favorites are like the carbon fiber inlaid, blasted blade with that milled handle. This one's got the Zerk, but if you go back, that one's got the Vegas Forge stuff. Those right there with
the gun.
Those are amazing. That's, if I could pick one, that's the one I would want right there.
They're nice because you can pick them up and
just play with it. Exactly.
They're easy.
He's looking at what gun it is. It's the one I told.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen that before.
I've told him about it many times.
STI 2011.
The STI, yeah.
In 40 caliber, I really wouldn't get it in 40. Is not what I would have picked, but it is what it is. I traded it for a dagger, so.
This one is my favorite. This Timascus coloring is amazing.
I do love that one too.
It's like Easter colors,
Dave, yeah.
Easter pastel colors. I don't know how. That's awesome.
The thing that, because all the Timascus stuff that I do, it's
he wanted to say the problem is there, but he stopped himself.
There's always a fine texture. Some of them, like the blue one that you saw later on, is a perfectly smooth texture. But on this, for example, there's a fine texture. So when you have that fine texture, lighting is very important when you look at them, because outside you're getting light from all different directions, and it'll really brighten up, and you can really see it. But indoors, you're getting one or two
looks
light
flat.
sources, and you see, so you have all those little cusps in the material, and you're just getting one part of that lit up. So it's kind of washes out and a little more subdued, but that's just the nature of it.
Yeah, I mean, just like Jake said about the bat knife, like seeing one of these in person is a way different experience than seeing a picture of it. And a lot of that has to do with the light play.
I still the basket weave is still my favorite with the.
This time I went much heavier texture.
Yeah, he changed it up.
Comes out so much nicer, and it's faster too. I mean, it still takes forever to do that shit, but it's twice as fast as it was before.
These are amazing. Seriously.
They're very, very nice. Can I show you guys a knife that I want at Blade Show, but I'm probably not going to get?
What is it?
Go to Surge or Gavin's page.
Oh, tell me there's not going to be a Surge version. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Deadlock. A Surge version of the Deadlock. Yeah, you're not getting that.
Oh my god, how cool is that thing?
That's great. Your pockets are not deep enough for this one, buddy. This is awesome.
Look at that thing. You know what? Put a bird on it. I like it.
To describe it for the audio people, it's a Deadlock with a very cool, what looks like copper inlay, with a bird skull that I assume he did by himself.
Yes.
Serge probably did that by hand. It is very cool looking.
Do you notice that?
And Levon's comment is, "I'm gonna pass out."
Yeah, very appropriate. I want that.
That's cool.
I want that. I have an open deposit with Gavin. Do you think you would let me pass it along to this?
How many of these are there?
I don't know.
One?
I don't know.
I don't think he likes you that much.
He says plural deadlocks, but maybe the combined love that Serge and Gavin have for me will allow me to get one of these.
No, I don't think they love you that much. No, this is too cool.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
but
notice, pay a lot for this.
Notice you. There's a couple of them. There's more than one. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe. Serge is also showing a redesigned version of the bean, so he has those coming with crazy with some crazy grind action.
That is some wacky grinds.
Yeah. They look good though.
I mean, they look like they're they look like they're well ground. I mean, it wouldn't be my choice what he did, but that's pretty neat. Actually, I take that back. That crystal knife you sent me with the big hollow grind taken out of the middle of the full flat, it's actually pretty cool.
How good is that knife?
That's one of my favorite knives.
The Aurora.
Yeah.
That's a very cool knife. I will give you that.
Yeah.
So I am not as opposed to this grind as I thought. As long as it's
right.
As long as the flat grind itself is
it probably
cute.
it takes a lot of more weight out of that blade than you would think, and on something this small, it's probably pretty cool for a friction based, a detent slip joint, a detent flipper.
Yeah, these should be pretty neat. I'm
gonna check them out at Blade for sure.
Good
More
for
bird
Surge.
skulls.
Yes.
But what I started to say is
wait until they get sued by Tony Hawk.
wait till Did you say Tony Hawk?
I did say Tony Hawk.
Okay. That's very funny. What I was going to say is there's no open shots of that deadlock.
That is correct. Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Is the blade also
That's just a regular one.
a bird?
I don't know what
Like
the
a
blade
beak?
is.
Is it a beak-shaped blade?
It's just a
That'd be
beak
nice.
blade.
Somehow I don't see a
Tech-
big
tech-
blade really.
A lot
fitting
of
in there, but-
a lot of blades are beak shaped just by nature.
Yeah, but they're not made of beak.
No, they're not made of beak. That's true.
This one should be made of beak.
100% seagull beak.
It's seagull beak. Yes. How's the chat looking? Is anybody saying anything of note?
A lot of people want to know about the Apex. A lot of people had trouble with the Winter Blade Co. pre-order. No surprise.
Right.
But otherwise,
I assume it's sold
normal
out.
stuff.
The Winter Blade
Oh
Co.
God, yeah. I think immediately.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, it's a cool knife. He deserves
Uh,
it.
yeah, and like I said before, there will be many more. And well, I don't know about many, but there will be more, and there will be a Knife Nuts edition in the next round.
That would be cool. Someone said that the blade of the Deadlock collaboration has a skull and crossbones on it. So it was in a Facebook group somewhere.
A skull and crossbones?
Yeah. I don't know. The Facebook groups are the final frontier of knife content that I'm not getting to that point. I'm
not
here.
doing that.
Yeah.
I can't do the Reddit stuff either, so.
Yeah, that one's probably not as critical. Private Facebook groups seem to be pretty big these days. I don't know. I'm looking in from afar.
Why are we not graced upon with the blade picture with the skull and crossbones on it?
Because we're not in the private Facebook group.
Someone go steal it from the Facebook post and send it to us so we can actually see it. We're not doing this live for nothing. Yeah, I'm sure you have to be a member, but someone obviously is. Am I wrong?
So someone we know probably is, sure. Here's another person that Scott we should shout out. Ben, formerly of Blade HQ. He's coming out with his first knife with his company NAFs.
He sure is.
He's a nice guy.
Love him.
His design aesthetic is very friendly looking. It's all very round and cutesy, and I don't like it, but this I hope this does well because he's very nice, and
I hope it does
really
well for him too.
The diagram is very nice.
I like the diagram.
It's a very lovely diagram.
It's a lovely diagram. I bet people like this knife. It's not threatening and whatnot. I don't know. Good for him. That happened.
Good.
All right,
I
enthusiasm.
wish nothing but the best.
Someone asked,
nice.
do we think there will be any cool or interesting reveals or info at Blade this year? I think everything is so bad. Yeah, hopefully, but probably not. Like,
I don't think you're going to see anything from like ZT, for example. You're not going to see anything from them.
The knife world has gotten so boring in terms of like release schedules because of all of the backlash that they got in the past about releases and whatnot. So,
and they realize they don't necessarily need to do that. They can sell 0350s for all eternity.
Yeah, I mean, just like Spyderco went with they released their quarterly catalog thing without any fanfare. I don't know. ZT just like releases things when they release things. I think the days of big reveals are somewhat over. Also because the knife industry is like in a pretty weird place right now. A lot of these big companies, who knows what they're doing, like ZT, for example.
Right. I don't know. I think there's still a lot of growth in the industry, and I think a lot of these companies don't know which way to pivot. So they're all just playing their cards very close to the chest.
Yeah, that's my guess, is that no one knows where to go.
Right. I don't think Spyderco has anything for Blade Show specifically.
Probably
but
not.
As usual, if you go to the Spyderco booth at during Blade Show, you see prototypes of stuff that they don't necessarily announce. Like one shaped like a small dog that no one believed me existed until it actually showed up.
We're hitting all the old talking points.
Yes, I just had to put that out there. But that's how these things start. You know, I'll probably go there. You know, they'll have some crazy stuff that we may never see actually hit production.
I hope to God they have this one.
I'm sure they will. Didn't they already sell out of those?
No, you can only buy it from them directly or at the factory outlet. My girlfriend was actually in Denver and drove by Spyderco Way or whatever the street that they're on in Golden. I was like, why did you not go in and get me this thing? Truly one of the most hideous knives. If it's a paramilitary too, where the scales are the Colorado state flag and the blade is the American flag. It's a lot.
I mean, I want one.
Hey, it could be yours for $230. Sorry, $260.
I'm kind of shocked that it's not more than that.
Yeah, I mean, did it?
This
not
kind of
just
seems like the
sell
thing
out?
that. Yeah.
You know how these
I don't know
things
about
are.
that one, but yeah, those are things.
Yeah, what is going on in Blade this year?
I just got a text from Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah, you are the man, dude.
What did Jeremiah do?
He sent a picture of the blades.
Oh, nice.
Wow, thank you, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice job, man. Thank you so much. They do have skulls and crossbones.
Screen within a little screen within a little screen.
Yes,
Should
it's
I be able to really
screenception.
see much of that?
Screenception. Let me send it to you, Dave, and you can put it in the chat. Or, you know what I mean.
Something to that effect.
I just sent something to the chat on our.
The guitar
chat.
you bought from AliExpress actually looks pretty
Oh.
decent, Jake. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, it really is. But no. I sent it to the Riverside chat
Oh,
because
didn't even think.
Has shifted from D2 to a proprietary AR hyphen RPM
Yeah, they've been-
9.
Yeah, they have been circulating that stuff for the past, year and a half, 2 years now. And now they're
What-
just going to use that on all of their knives.
But what? I don't know anything about this steel.
We have talked about it.
Jake, I will send you a link detailing it. It's not that exciting. I want China D2 back. We made our name on China D2.
That's true. There's no shortage of that.
In my defense, that was a recent article that I took that I just sent you guys.
That is true.
From the noted periodical knifenews.com.
Yes, the news is that they're switching to all of their base knives to their proprietary steel.
Exciting
That's-
stuff.
We all know how important Artisan is for this podcast.
Oh, speaking of steals, I feel like we should talk about the Rick Hinderer cease and desist incident. Allegedly.
But, okay. Let's do that.
I did out of it.
Now I don't want to be the one.
I don't have much to say about it. I just think, we criticize things on this show, We have for many, many years. But
No one has sued us yet, so that's really quite nice. But
No.
I think we can claim artistic license or something. That's
we
my
do,
official legal opinion.
and we try to be somewhat fair about the way we do things, I guess. I don't know. I think it's one thing to have feedback and criticism. It's another thing to attack people. And I don't think either party is going about this. I mean, Hinderer, I don't know why they thought this was the right move to threaten legal action, because it's a bad look.
So basically,
You know
what
what I
happened is a guy in Transparent Knives, he does regrinds, makes blades.
He shortens blades.
Hey, his regrinds look pretty nice.
They are good. They are good.
Yeah, he Rockwell tested a Hinderer came out at 58 point something HRC. He posted a bunch about it. Rick didn't like it, said some things, and then it just kind of escalated eventually to a cease and desist from Hinderer with a bunch of demands. And then the Transparent Knives guy actually started to GoFundMe, and people funded it for him to hire a lawyer and lay the smackdown on Rick Hinderer, who I believe has probably dropped this whole cease and desist threat of lawsuit situation after this pretty big smackdown about the First Amendment. It was not good. Not good.
And that's all it needed. I think that was all that needed to be said. I don't think. I don't know. I'm pretty neutral on the whole thing, because it also reflected poorly on some dealers and things like that had nothing to do with what was going on. And I think that's a little weird, because there's a similar thing going on now with
Axial and Microtech, the non-existent lawsuit that
Correct.
also maybe exists. That's one of the
Right.
most bizarre situations I think we've seen, which is, for people who don't know, there's been rumors that Axial was being sued by Microtech, then Axial said they were not. And for those who don't know, including myself, who Axial is, they're like an American knife company that appeared almost out of nowhere making OTFs.
Yes, I actually have some backstory on that company, and
They
I
look
know a
pretty
little
legit. Okay, if they're allegedly, I'm just so many allegedlys here. Really getting into, it's the 5-year anniversary, so talking about lawsuits is really just a throwback to those old episodes.
Right. And it's just a matter of I don't know where the lawsuit would stem, but I handled one of those knives, one of the axials.
And
It wasn't that wonderful. The thing is that the actual chassis is machined really, really, really nicely, and then the blade doesn't necessarily match up. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, in terms of the quality seems to drop somewhere.
They are very new in their defense.
And I think I know the reason for this, but I can't say one way or another.
They did come out of nowhere, which, I mean, we should be encouraging American manufacturers to make knives here. I mean, it's pretty cool that they're doing that. But
I will say that both the frame and the blade are manufactured here.
yeah, and they have a frame lock coming out that actually looks pretty good too. So I mean, I am hesitant to criticize them if they're offering.
I'm not
going
to criticize them
since they just.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe I'll get my hands on some. I'm assuming they'll be at Blade, right? So.
But they're off to a very weird start.
It's a weird start.
It sucks for them if this is all real. The lawsuit thing.
I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like it just got them more publicity.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Tony Marfione is a professional podcaster now, so I don't even know if he cares.
Yeah, I don't know what it's impossible to try and figure out what is going through Tony's head when it comes to this stuff. I still want to have him on the podcast just to.
That would be wild.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about it, but I would like to have him on. I think it'd be nuts. Yeah, so I can't promote this brand or not promote them, but it's something to watch.
Yeah, it's amusement for the rest of us.
Yes, click on that. Go up one more.
On that? That's not very helpful.
I'm sorry. Look at that. Yeah, the Oxworks Solar Storm. These are up for pre-order now, and I think people are sleeping on them. They are super nice. I have the prototype. I'll have that at Blade as well. It is quite a thing. Just a really nice EDC knife.
It looks nice.
Some might say the perfect EDC.
Is he doing custom still, or is he just moving towards production? Okay,
absolutely. And so his customs are looking even better than they did before.
Oh, funny.
I think he's taken like a lot of, because he's had a good time designing like production knives, because he gets a little more techie with the production stuff. I go to yes.
Go to yes.
To
Null Knives.
Sorry. Yeah, go to Null Knives and show off his new knife.
Yeah, well, the KMP Raiden also, that went well, right? I don't think we haven't done an episode since.
Yeah, they
since
did go.
We
yes
did the sale for those.
Yeah, no, we did, because we gave away the one.
Yeah, but we haven't done like a live pod. We haven't done the actual podcast since then.
No, we haven't done an actual podcast like with
the whole year.
Yes, exactly. But I love that.
I see variations on the theme, but I'm not mad at it because I like the theme.
Yes, I think it's cool. I want one.
The only problem is I generally don't like Warncliffs with flat edges or with straight edges, but it's cool. Not for me, but
you can rest assured there will be a KMP version of this too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a straight edge, is it?
No,
is it? I can't tell. Is it slightly curved?
There's some belly in there.
So it comes up towards the tip. It looks like it raises just a swish.
Yeah, I want that. He'll have the prototype at Blade, so I get to fondle that. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
What else? I want to talk about. I didn't post a lot of stuff about Elijah, but I finally was able to share one of his unreleased designs.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. So I've had this for a few years, but I've never posted it because he didn't know when he was going to release it or if he was ever going to release it. It was initially supposed to be a mass drop knife. As we know, mass drop is no longer a thing, really. But the design is so cool. It's just, a gun stock sort of Persian type thing. And he had a couple of samples made, and I had one and he had one. But this is one of those knives that fits into the collection, like with the Pleroma and other stuff. So I'm thinking about bringing this one with me to Blade as well, so people get to see it. I just think it's a cool knife, and a good way to honor him at Blade Show is to bring an unseen prototype.
Yeah, no, you should definitely bring it. That'd be that's a really cool knife.
It is.
Is the Mark Bag is gonna have like a table in
Yes.
like a little Elijah memorial table. So you should definitely bring that then. I think.
Yes. So Mark Begg, unfortunately, won't be able to make it to Blade. His son is actually graduating from high school that same weekend, so he has a very good excuse not to be there. But I believe the Begg Knives booth is now a Elijah tribute booth. It's not anything too over the top, but it will have pictures and I think some video. I'll be spending some time there as well. So if you have any memories of Elijah or you want to come check out this prototype, I don't know when I'll be there, but maybe I'll post on Instagram or something that I'm there and you can see this thing. I'm hesitant to leave it out of my sight.
No, I would not. Don't do that.
I don't want to. It's got to be something that. And Jake, is that the knife that you ground together? Yeah.
Speaking
very
of
cool.
unreleased.
Yeah.
This was what he did. It was probably the first time he was here in the shop, or at least the first time he was here since getting the
Best knife to come out of that shop.
I was gonna say probably the first knife to come out of the shop.
No, because it never left the shop.
Right, and that's true.
But
It's
there
still
were
there.
great videos of this knife because we used the forge to heat it, and then
Oh,
did a
so
little
funny,
bit of
dude.
Brute the forge, and then this was the first time. This was his first time, like freehand grinding a hollow grind on a wheel, and I let him practice on like some old nasty dollar store folding knife kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I mean he was just dicking around because he had never stood in front of a grinder before, really, and his design language still came through very loudly, I think.
Yeah.
So this is just something that we played with, and he was supposed to come back and we would finish it, obviously. So.
I still have a knife.
Something I hold very dear, personally.
That's a very cool thing. I remember that day very well because Elijah was actually staying with me. He lived here for almost like a month or so while he was trying to. He was supposed to be spending time with John Gray to learn how to use a grinder. I think I can count the number of times on one hand that he actually spent in John's shop. But that was definitely a thing. That's my favorite picture ever.
Yeah, I know this one's. I can tell this one's in your living room, right?
Yeah, in my living room, and there he is with Hector. So that was just in January. That wasn't too long ago. So yeah, I was going to talk about this at the end, but I think it's a good time to say it. We don't talk about serious stuff on this podcast very often at all, and even when it is serious, we tend to make a joke out of it because that's the only way I can cope with something is if I make a joke out of it. But the topic of mental health has come up a lot for me, for people around me, And I can't really say enough that if you're experiencing something, or you know someone who's experiencing something, it's important that you help them get help, you know. And if it's you, you're not alone either. Like, truthfully, like, rely on people around you. If you're someone in this knife community that maybe doesn't have people around you, like, I'm lucky, I have good friends that are always around me and are interested in the same stuff and understand where I was coming from with this loss, you know. You have us. You have people, and there are definitely people in the community that will talk to you. I mean, I can't think of, I couldn't have imagined the amount of people that came out to support me, not just with Elijah, but with Hector as well. You know, Elijah touched a lot of people's lives in this community. And personally, I was looking forward I was looking forward to spending time with him at Blade Show. And now Blade Show has a different meaning, you know. It's going to be partly a mental health thing for a lot of people. You know, we're all spread out across the country, across the world, and I think it'll be a place for the people who knew him within the knife community to, you know, honor him, you know. So stop by the booth, definitely come talk to us, you know, and if it comes to anything about your mental health or anything, just please know there are people that care about you, and take care of yourself, get some help people that need help too. I don't really know how else to say this, but it's as serious as I'm going to get on this show. And I'll leave it at that.
Well said.
Was it?
It was. That was, I mean, for an impromptu speech, I think that was really great. I mean, I didn't know Elijah nearly as well as you, and it was just, I don't know, man, it's just strange. It was,
Yeah.
I was amazed by how many people had conversations with him. Like, everybody posted screenshots. They all, like, he talked to everybody.
He did.
And
he answered every message he got.
You would always think he'd be unapproachable because he's such an interesting, eccentric guy, and he was, like, everyone liked him. He was really easy to get along with. And it was just, I was always struck by that, how just the amount of people who were really, like, just had that strong of affection for him.
And that's
I
why
mean, it goes to show because he was just so cool.
There's a lot of pictures of him on my Instagram. I have like a story thing. But that's why I love this one, not just because it's with Hector, but you just see the real Elijah in it. You know what I mean? And that's who he was. He's a very good person.
Agreed.
You know, it's been a rough month for the knife community, not just with the loss of Elijah, but with the loss of John Graham.
Mm-hmm. Another visionary.
Yes.
Very unique.
Very much so. I didn't know John. I didn't know him that well. I think I may have met him once or twice. But he was battling an illness for a long time, and he kept it going for quite a while.
And you know, he is the Razel is what he's best known for, and I think probably the amount of people who saw a CRKT Razel or one of the various like versions of his knife that they did, like that probably got a lot of people internationally. Like, what the hell is this?
Definitely.
It was so unique, and
yeah, it was at the zeitgeist of that whole Razor Warncliffe, and it still is.
And the pry bar, yeah, he's the one who invented it, right?
Yeah, I definitely unmistakable for his design.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different production models that he had with CRKT, so I think his legacy will continue. It was really neat, and he was. You remember the mid-tech era when was it Devin Thomas? Was it Devin someone was making those. I think it was Devin. Can't remember if it was Devin Thomas's shop that was doing all those mid-tech knives.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
there was the Razel mid-tech. I remember that.
There was a bunch of mid-techs
with the pocket clip on the back on the spine, right?
Yep, the spine pocket clip. Let's say.
Yeah, I hate the spine pocket clip.
It was. Some people absolutely love it. I think it was very polarizing. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Man, this was a
these-
real era
oh my
of
God.
knives when all
Just
all of these mid-techs are being made by. They all looked. They had the exact
Oh,
same machining
yes.
process.
The
They
the
all
Robert
just
there was the Robert Carter,
Yep.
the who else?
There's a Kendrick knives one.
The Kendrick one. I always wanted the Kendrick one.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. What? Hey, you know what? Let's find out. Maybe he's still active, and I just don't know it. Sean Kendrick.
Oh, Sean Kendrick is active.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, May
Yeah.
16th. All right,
Yeah.
good. He's still around. We'd have to scroll many years back to find that Kendrick
Yeah.
mid-tech, but
Shout out to Sean. I liked him. He's a good
Yeah.
dude.
yeah, no, these really defined an era. I forgot about.
Oh, very much so. That whole aesthetic, man.
Yeah.
And people couldn't sell them fast enough. Like
Yeah.
they were so popular. Just
This
these
was-
flat scaled chamfered edges.
Yep. This was pre-good China. This is all we had.
Literally as good as they could get.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh man. I remember these. That must have been like 2015, 2014, right around then.
Yeah, maybe a
2016?
little. Yeah, no, earlier than
3
2016.
3/8 blade with 8.5 inch open length.
I mean, you got to fit that pry bar in somewhere.
Jeez.
It's got to fit that pocket clip in somewhere.
Hey man, some people really loved it, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
man,
People
these are
love
just-
it.
This was really just another era.
Yes.
We're old now. 5-year anniversary
Yes.
podcast. The summary
Get-
is we're old.
We're
The
old.
Bad Blood mid-tech. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yep.
Yes. What's happening in the chat there, Dave?
Let's see. You know, a lot of people. There wasn't a lot going on during the pretty serious stuff, unsurprisingly.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. What else? What else we got to go? We got to give people the content.
If you're
What's
waiting
going on with the
on,
watch?
I was about to say the watches. I think were on their. They were at customs. There was like a customs exception, but they were sent through, and I think BRS will be taking delivery of them very shortly. So if you ordered one, you're gonna get it very soon. I
Nice.
assume they'll ship out just post Blade Show. I'll bring mine to Blade if you want to see the prototype. So I'll be wearing that just on the NATO strap. Look at how great that matches. I was like, I could not believe how good that match was.
It is pretty goofy. I like it.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. I got my dad one.
Yes, and in case you guys haven't met Oscar yet, Oscar
Yeah, I feel like you
is
need
my-
to do a formal introduction for Oscar.
my new puppy. Yeah, he's very tiny. He's gotten bigger. He's about 3.5 months old now. So he has his own. That's yeah.
so cute.
He's very cute.
It's quality content, people.
I mean, you can see how tiny he is there. Basically, could fit in my pocket. Definitely weighed less than a gram Razel. You know, I think he was like 1.9 pounds here. But if you go to his Instagram, his Instagram is Oscar the KNP Chi. So he is now the official mascot. He's passed the torch. Hector has passed the torch to Oscar. There he is. That's the day I got him.
Adorable.
Yes.
Wait, did you get one of these brown knives?
No, Brown actually
MSC?
sent it to me to check out, and
These
I
look
have-
awesome.
I mean, it is excellent. Unfortunately, he's not going to be at Blade.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to handle it, but like, these are neat. The FSD is what it's called.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, he hasn't posted in a while. But these are cool. I'm gonna go back to your video.
I know. I still have it. I know he wants me to send it along to somebody. I'm going to ask him if I can bring it to Blade.
It's very neat.
You know what I mean? At least people get to handle it because it is a really nice. piece.
What's going on the back with this thing that
That's-
looks like a lock or
That's how you disengage the lock.
so what is the lock?
It's like what I can fathom is it's sort of like a compression lock, but operates more like a button.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's pretty neat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can
really
kind
liked
of
it.
see that.
It felt
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it is really good. And this is like one of the prototypes. I think this is number 1 or number 2. They have gone through some other refinements for ones that are ordered, or at least purchased via a drop.
Yeah, it is very reminiscent of the of what Kevin Smock did. I'm seeing that now. Someone said that in the chat. Brian, question for you: will you have any Void XLs at Blade?
No, I won't.
Yeah, no, those are done, right? They've been done for a while.
Well, I still have that one Zerk one sitting around. I want to get back
Dickhead.
to them. I want to make a few more of those. I want to make what I want to do is go back and revisit some of the stuff I've done, like do a half a dozen chicanes, do a half a dozen.
I'm looking
Void
forward to the
XLs.
chicanery.
So I'd like to go back and do a few of those. I wanted to get something done for the show, but it just, like I said, it just got away from me.
Can we talk about other things getting resurrected, or should we wait on that?
That's up to you.
Is there going to be more chicanery?
Well, so Brian has offered me a very good opportunity, and it was to resurrect one of his production knives. I think it's something he's doing with some of his some dealers that he works closely with, and I'm happen to be one of those people. Somehow or
the
another.
knife dealer.
Right.
Love on the knife dealer.
Yeah, right. So it's an amazing opportunity to bring back a model. So basically, Brian let me choose a model to resurrect from the production stuff, one of the Riot models, which will give some people an opportunity to get a knife that maybe they missed out on. And I was actually torn on what model to do. So I actually settled on the Void. So
Interesting.
it's been a while. A lot of people have been, waiting to get a Void, and I know they're going to be happy to get their Apex. So I think that it's time to bring back the Void as well. And I think that's going to be my slogan, is just bring back the Void. But I'm still trying to, I'm going to talk to some people at Blade Show and get an idea of what people want to see material-wise and finish-wise. But I'm not doing like a crap ton of SKUs or anything like that. It's going to be like maybe 1 to 3 different knives, and that's it. But I think it'll be a fun way for people to get in on a knife, and it'll be pretty open. So if you want to get one, I'll have a window open, and I don't know when it'll be or what they'll be, but you'll be able to get one. It won't be like 25 or 50 knives, so it'll be a good bit.
I think people want a KNP version again, but that's probably retired. The Timascus and hand rub.
Yes, I'm not going to redo the KNP version as it's set, but I think what I will do is use that KNP blade shape.
Oh, I forgot that it had a different blade shape.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the dog hitting the ground.
Hey, I mean that's the official sound effect for the podcast.
Yeah, there were 2 blade shapes. It had a horn. Yeah, it had a different blade shape.
Oh, right,
So-
right.
I don't even remember this.
Yeah. It had the more straight and more pronounced swedge.
Yeah.
It just had a swedge. I think that was really the biggest difference, right?
All right, I love how someone else has taken much better pictures than we ever took of one. Oh yeah.
I took those pictures.
Did you?
Yes.
I just found these. I just went on Google Images. Oh, it has the blade shape more like the custom Void.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe do a more user-friendly version of this. So we'll see what happens.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, it'll be very cool.
Nice.
But it'll probably be the largest production run the largest run of knives that I've ever done. So we'll
Have
see
fun
what happens.
shipping all those out.
Yeah, it'll be fine. that's the ulterior motive there.
You're just gonna be the
some cool
shipping
stuff.
department for Sharp by Design.
Well,
And all of a sudden, when they start disappearing in the mail and shit, everything's gonna get real. I love it.
yeah, you get
Ryan,
the
you look so excited for this.
look at how happy he is about this whole scenario.
The
Feel my
Schadenfreude.
pain.
Yes. Scroll down and make sure I didn't miss anything here.
I mean, there's a million things. We absolutely missed something.
I will also have the Factor, the Winter Blade Co. Factor at Blade Show. So
Is he going to be at Blade?
I don't think so. No, I don't think he is.
Okay. All right. I bet people very much want to handle one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake, do you want to tell us something? Jake bought a knife, which is like a yearly event, right? And this image is...
Do you want to tell us something?
Anytime, Jake.
Making yummy sounds for a while.
Okay, I'm glad you were muted.
I had to mute again because of my dog. Yeah, I'm very excited. This was just what I said. Like the next opportunity, I'm buying one of these knives, and there's no question. There's no ifs or buts, no whatevers. Because I am so ridiculously picky about weight and things pulling down my mesh. And it turns out for this run, and I wanted to steal Levon straight up. I was like, tell me what you want. Turns out that this one, although I have to wait months for it, is even a tiny bit lighter than the original, which sounds...
Yes. I think I may have misquoted on this post. As I say, 1.6. I think this one is 1.7 ounces, and I think the new one is 1.6 ounces.
All right, Rain Man.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But I'm going to have this one with me at Blade too, so.
We were all so impressed.
It's just a
with
crazy...
everyone that's handled it. It's nothing but impressive, so...
For reference, it's the Jason Van Camp interface, the
Yes.
one that's like 99% carbon fiber, 1% steel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool one too.
Yeah, this is a very nice one.
Yeah.
But okay, here we go. Yeah, reduced weight, 1.6 ounces. The blade is 20% thinner, as if that was possible.
Right. There you go.
Nice. So, Jake, when do you get yours? I assume it's not going to be anytime soon.
I don't have any sort of date. It just said... Yeah, 46. It's actually right there. 44 slot. Opened up on 4/5, and I have them 4 to 6 months.
Nice.
Very cool.
And
Did you tell him what you want, how you want it done yet, or
just do it this one, just exactly this one?
Yeah, seriously, all Timascus. That actually is a pretty cool use of Timascus. I like it.
Oh, this is a YouTuber's knife, who I believe might be in our chat right now. Watch and Cut. I think this is his knife.
Oh, nice. Good job. Nice spec, dude.
Yeah, that was tasteful.
I'm usually not
just
into
got to the American Psycho scene.
Yeah, I'm not usually into like the match rails, but that is very well done.
What is that? I forgot the name of that carbon fiber.
I forgot.
Blackwood at one point.
Yeah, something like that.
Ugh. Where's that coming from in my brain? Let me see if I'm saying the right thing. Yeah, the Blackwood, side cut carbon fiber. I think someone tried to call it, or cross cut. I like it. It's nice.
Jake's video has been disabled due to internet quality issues.
I see it on mine, so that's all that matters.
Oh, that's good.
But it wouldn't be an episode without some technical difficulties.
That's right.
Jake, I wish I had the patience to
We're gonna have to wrap up soon because I am so warm.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
I'm dying. But if there's anything else, does anybody have any questions in the chat they want answered before we wrap up?
This is someone wants to know my opinion on the Winter Blade Co. Factor. I mean, I have zero interest in it personally. It's cool, but I like boring knives. I have no interest in new mechanisms or anything. I just want my titanium frame locks, and I want to be left alone. That's it. So that's my opinion.
He's not lying. He is not lying at all.
Yeah, I just let me buy my Sabenzas and my things that look like Sabenzas, and y'all can have whatever new mechanisms you want. Someone asked what our predictions for what Italian knife is going to win Knife of the Year or all of the Blade Awards.
You know what? I didn't see anything too. Normally they post something already, right?
Yeah, like what is Lion Steel put out this year? I think they put out like one fixed blade, so I mean that's
Right.
good. That's a shoe in then. Oh, I know it's gonna win. Let me just bring this up. What's it? Oh, MKM knives. I almost forgot the conglomerate or the Italian knife cartel. Talk amongst yourselves while I find this.
While you do that, I want to announce that Jeremiah just texted me as well. So he will obviously be at the booth at the Elijah Tribute booth, and there will be. He says, "I'm bringing a book for people to sign. I'll be presenting the book to Elijah's dad after the show. Book will be at the booth for people to sign."
Nice.
So if you want to go sign a book, if you've ever had any interactions with Elijah while you're at Blade, that would be a really great way to solidify his memory.
Absolutely. And this is the 2022 Blade Knife of the Year. I guarantee this will win.
I think, Dave, normally I would say, haha, you're probably right about that. This might be a little too gauche even for them.
No, absolutely not. What else have the Italians put out this year that they could enter? And by enter, I mean have it immediately win. This thing? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, this is the 2022 Blade Knife of the Year.
That's more like it.
Oh man, I need to zoom in on this. I need the details.
Yeah, what's
happening? 440A steel?
Is
No
this like
way.
It's like a fishing knife?
440 tip down?
Or like a sailing knife?
With an awl? Or is that the thing for like taking knots apart on sailing ships?
I think that's what that is. Wow. Is that a marlin spike? Is that what they call it?
Yes, a marlin spike. I believe that's right.
Yeah.
Brian should probably will know this.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Brian, I'm working on a Photoshop of you. I can't wait to show it to everybody.
Oh yeah. This is a winner right here, 2022. But I need some more details on this. I'm chomping at the bit. As Jake walks off. That's fine, Jake.
That's a very Jake thing to do.
I mean, they want the old Jake back, and he's back.
I just wanted to grab a...
Hey, check this out. So the other day I was in Lowe's, and I was there trying to buy tape, and Lowe's constantly changes their shit around now. Nothing is in the same spot.
Yeah.
So I go to one of the guys there. Can you tell me where the tape is? And I was wearing a Blade HQ shirt, and he goes, "Oh, nice shirt." And I said, "Thanks. Can you tell me where the tape is?" And walked me around to the tape, and comes to find out that he goes, "You Brian?" And I go, "Yeah." He pulls out the knife that you sold him, Dave. One of my Cyclone.
What?
Yeah, Cyclone?
No
way.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? That's crazy.
First time in the wild, somebody had my knife on me.
That is. Well, what are even the chances that it's the
yeah,
one that
the
I
way it all
sold
worked
them?
out. Yeah.
Not only did he recognized you,
This is
local
This is
celebrity, Brian.
yeah,
the
seriously. Have you gotten a write-up in your local newspaper yet?
If Brian gets a write up in the local newspaper, it won't be for anything good.
Yeah.
I have extremely important information.
Yeah.
There's a spacer in the handle with hole for a string.
Hell for a string.
Hole for a string. This is where we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I kindly
We've
request
reached-
that the next KMP knife have a hole for a string?
We gotta have, definitely we'll have a hole for a string. Is that a lanyard hole?
Where's the hole for the string on this knife? I have my mini Tempest on me.
I
see no hole for a string.
I forgot. I actually brought this upstairs.
Does it have a hole for a string?
It has no hole for a string. It is completely sans hole.
It's a piece of shit then.
I'll take care of a hole in it for you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
there you go.
I appreciate that. That's the kind of customer service that I've come to expect from Sharp Eye Design
That's right.
by Brian Doe.
6.5.
All right. Well,
hole
this is
good?
It's hey Brian. At least that person recognized you. They didn't even recognize the knife they bought and sent. Somebody bought a knife nuts Tempest and asked Brian to fix the blade on it.
Yeah, he's like somebody, and I think something's wrong. I think the guy
Modified the blade.
He's never
wasn't
listened to the
familiar with
podcast,
that.
has he?
without the
Which
you know,
is amazing.
That one didn't have the you didn't have the two bevels. It was
No.
kind of one.
Right. It was a completely different blade, like in every way, shape, and form. That they modified it so well they were able to fill in the what do you call it, the groove that would be there normally. My thing is, he looked like he had to have seen the blade when he bought it. So his plan was to buy the knife and then ask you to put a new blade in it.
With the copious amounts of M398 sitting at your shop.
Yes. Very interesting. Very amusing.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to see if there's any other competitors that could possibly give the Antonini sauce nada. You're really betraying my Italian heritage here. And all
You
this
do
stuff
that,
I feel
like-
is old.
You do that every single time you look at an Italian knife. You talk about how you're betraying your Italian heritage.
I know, right? I mean, I should be standing up for this, for my paisans, but
Aren't there other brands like with they don't? Maybe this brand only shows the conglomerate knives. You got to go look at some of the individual. Go look at Lion Steel.
Lion Steel didn't release anything this year. They
How do
released
you
one
know?
fixed blade because not that out of the loop. They released one fixed blade this year. So that's it. This is your winner. Tough shit, everybody else. You lost. That's Blade and Knife of the Year. So,
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
but it is hardened to 57 to 58, and you can bank on that. We'll send that to the HRC police.
Yeah,
If not,
I mean, send it to
they'll put them in
Transparent Knives.
HRC jail.
Yeah. Oh my god.
One of the last things I ever want to do in my life is die on the hill of HRC for the betterment of the knife community.
Yes. We'll get a GoFundMe started for you as well.
You gotta care less about this stuff. We gotta. No, don't do it. Don't jeopardize your.
That's
your
that's
life
really
for
my
this.
big thing. Is like, is this really what we've come to? This is what we have to.
I just don't want to do that. I don't want those kind of problems.
No.
Personally, I don't need to be Knife Jesus. We already have Knife Jesus. It's Richard Wu.
It's Richard Wu now.
No, I mean, because there's a difference, God and Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, but Revis Christ is not Christ. He's God. What are you trying to say?
I'm having a loss of faith after my 10-year-old Sabenza developed lock play. No, I'm just kidding. That's pretty normal for a 10-year-old frame lock. But
I'm there are so many ways. I have questions, but we're not going to go there.
all right,
And before I
we
pass
should give
out,
away.
let's give away a knife.
before you
Yes.
die of heat stroke.
yes.
And then we get to give away all of your knives. Do you have a will?
No.
Do you have a will?
Say it deeper and more scary.
No, I'm just. Some people might
I
be
bring
curious.
that up to him like once every 6 months or so. And I think he's like just an absolute nightmare. He knows he would be behind right now. He just, I think it brings him some kind of comfort to know.
I like how at least you're we're all talking about how I'm set to leave this earth, in a recent,
Scared? Yeah,
unprepared.
maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Maybe you're right. It's possible. So I'm excited because the knife that I'm giving away is a Max Ace Killer Whale.
Oh,
That's
a
a good. Not the one with the cracked lock bar. We should clarify.
Was yours a Killer Whale that had a cracked lock
It was
bar?
the first model. It was the Killer Whale 1.0.
No, this is a very new model.
Yeah, this is the 2.0.
It retails for $260.
Let me just approve my Patreon. It's been a long time since I logged into Patreon. I need to get us there.
And just so you know, it says Killer Whale on it. So you'll never forget what the knife is called.
Here we go.
I will send a link to it in the chat so you can see it as well.
That is the killer whale. There we go.
Oh, you already
Which
did it.
version is it?
It's that one that you just held up with the black blade. That there.
This is
the one.
what some absolutely bonkers steel, as I recall. ASP, what I don't even remember. The last one was Vanadis 6 or something. God, these sound made up. I don't know I forget what this blade is. ASP 60,
Blade
which
material,
is
titanium. It says titanium at 65 Rockwell.
All I know is I asked for the one with the gray blade, and they sent me the one with the black one. But
yeah. Well, they sent you the dragon, so
they did send me the dragon. I love the dragon. That's a Levon knife. That's for me.
yeah. No, the killer whale is for some unlucky member of our Patreon.
It's
it's a very nice knife.
It's very nice. It's
Yes.
so good.
It's also hardened to like a million HRC. It should be pretty cool to test.
Send
out.
Send it to Transparent Knives. He'll test it for you.
Yeah. Again, I have nothing against him. I just
No, I don't either.
I don't ever want to. I don't envy his position. Is what I will say.
That's pretty much it. But my thing is that he put himself in the position.
That was
Yes, you just have to not care about anything. You just have to be
That's correct.
shitty, apathetic bastards like us.
That's right. Don't care.
Jake, what are you doing? Oh, is that a random piece of a broken Max Ace?
That we had issues with where it's now been 5 years ago. I think they've cleaned up their act since then. At least,
There is like a small collection of broken Max Aces that I have bought that are in Jake's basement. But Jake, you need to randomize a number between 1 and 36. Probably kind of rusty, but this is your job.
It is your job.
well, guess what?
I have a request. Whoever
Blam!
wins, DM.
Number.
Wow.
Take a picture of that for the pop.
Shout out to Brandon. You have won. That's the
Let's go,
only
Brandon.
detail you. Oh god. Yeah, good for you, Brandon. Please message us, not Brendan. Brandon.
Brandon,
Be clear.
give his last
Oh
initial.
no, he doesn't. Okay, so there's multiple Brandon. So let me find out what his last initial is.
You could just say his fucking last name.
Okay, Brandon B. Brandon Bisher, you have one.
So
Claim
what
your Max
here's
Ace
what
Coil.
I would like you to do. DM me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you can email me.
I think he's in the chat actually.
Oh, he's in the chat. Congratulations. But here's the thing. I'm probably not going to ship it out until I get back from Blade Show. So if you can do me a solid, send me your address info on Monday. Next Monday. But
Do
congratulations. It's a very cool knife.
I feel like we need to make up for maybe our lack of content with another giveaway. I could give this thing away.
What is it?
The big ass thing that the not the thwack.
Oh, they're a very rare commodity these days. That's the Finca.
Yes, the Finca.
Yeah.
Could give one of those away.
If you want to give it away, that'll be a very cool
I think we
thing.
are. Jake, you wanna randomize another number?
I keep losing audio. JSYK.
It's probably because of the message that we get saying Jake's Wi-Fi is suffering very badly.
Well, that's
The Wi-Fi, yeah.
stop streaming and stuff they're doing upstairs.
So knife just a number between 1 and 36.
I yelled it immediately because I already had the page open. Did you miss my whole celebration because it was number 1?
No, we need
No,
another
we-
one. Did you miss
we're
the whole
one.
part where we said we're giving away another knife?
No. Oh
Oh
god.
my god. Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Just do
Jake,
it,
you have
Dave.
one job. All right.
Oh,
Once I bypass.
for a second knife. Sorry,
Yes, for a second
sorry.
knife.
14.
All right.
14.
Now I have to count to 14.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce this name. I apologize in advance. Fuer? 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 Sliff? Message me DM me on Instagram, Knife Nuts Dave. If
I'm
you
glad
are
that
the
he's
right person.
messaging you and not me. You gotta write
Well,
that
I have the
name.
knife. It'd be very tough for you to coordinate that. so
Exactly. I think
Yes.
I have one of those too, so it wouldn't be.
you have won Fuer Sliff. I hope I again apologize if I mispronounced that, which I'm sure I did.
You absolutely did. No question. No,
One
he's
last
like,
thing.
no, my name is pronounced Fuhr Sliff. You got it right.
Um,
I made him Norwegian. I don't know why.
who is Knife Satan? People were asking if Knife Jesus is Richard Wu. Who's Knife Satan?
Me. I don't know. Maybe Mark
throw out-
Leone.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I like some of the answers, but it's Tony Marfione.
It's Tony
It's
Marfione.
absolutely Tony Marfione.
He is Knife Satan, for sure.
All right.
And that can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on where you stand.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, I am dying.
Yes. Okay. So let me wrap it up.
On the next episode, I'm giving away an arc form slim foot with a G10 handle. So
Which means we will be back.
we will be back.
The Knife Nuts will be back.
2023, baby.
Yeah.
It's only
I'm
6
so-
months away.
I'm very
If you wait
sorry
6
that
months for this episode.
my enthusiasm is waning because the temperature in here is ungodly.
Yeah, we'll try not to have any tragic life events in the next 6 months that prevents everyone from getting a podcast.
Yeah. Again, I really appreciate everyone's support through everything. And
Absolutely.
please, if you're coming to Blade, visit Brian and I at his booth, or you can come see us at the Elijah Tribute booth. And of course, I'll be walking around, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Jake, you want to play us out? If you actually, I don't really remember how the theme is. I don't remember how the outro music goes, but
Yeah, that's the logo that he stole from another company. I love that.
Wow.
all right, everybody.
Thanks for everyone who joined us in the chat. Really appreciate it. If you got a Winter Blade Co. Factor, congratulations. And congrats
Sponsors.
to our two thank you to our sponsors. Yes, use our affiliate links. No one uses our affiliate links.
Yeah. Maybe, if you want to, or not.
If you
PBK
want to,
Vegas,
that's great. Yeah, PBK
River's Edge
Vegas.
Cutlery.
Yeah,
You-
Blade HQ.
Yeah, all of these things.
Yeah,
Do them.
all of them. Yeah,
We'll be
DLT
back.
Trading. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
End. Stream ended.